Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your weekly tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries Tarot. This is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. Please realize that I have an extended reading to every video that is an extension of this reading that we start here. I hope you join me for it. The link is below, right below in the description box. As well, I will pin it to the top of the comment section to make it easier for you. But if you want, you can join the Unbound membership to this channel, and it gets you all the channel perks plus unlimited access to all of my extended readings. So take a look. I hope that means lucky. Let me know in the comments below if you know like a sneeze means. Maybe it just means allergies. But I'd like to know what you guys have heard. Please remember to subscribe to the channel and ring that notification button so that you know when I upload your favorite content. Sagittarius content comes out every single Tuesday at 8 a.m. Pacific time. That's over here on the West Coast. So I hope you guys can join me. And I have a second YouTube channel called Astrology Motivation. And that's where I do live general tarot card readings every single week. So I hope to see you guys there too. I'll attach the link above. This week is really interesting for you in terms of astrology because the Mercury opposition to Jupiter persists, but Mercury is out of retrograde now. And at the end of this week, it will end up back in Libra. But for most of this week, it's retrograded. It's moving forward now. It's not retrograde anymore, but during retrograde, it retrograded all the way back to Virgo. So planets don't always do that. For example, Mars is retrograding, but it was far enough along into Gemini so that it will retrograde basically in Gemini and start to go forward again. So it'll be in Gemini the whole time. It just depends on where it is. But it's retrograded back into Virgo. And the reason I mention that is because Mercury is a Virgo ruler. So it really is powerful when it's there, and it's super pedantic, and it's super detail oriented. And that opposition to Jupiter is almost like the devil's in the details, but there's so many details, and it may be that so many things are coming at you at the same time that you feel like you're kind of overwhelmed with details. But it would behoove you to employ the Virgo mentality, which is difficult for Sagittarius because you love it. You love the overview. But it's like what's important, what to trust. Maybe just enjoy the fact that you're learning new things and you're taking on new things, and that's just going to give you the joy to begin with, like the joy that you need. But I also think it's like the best way to use that energy is to focus. Try to focus yourself on specific things one at a time. The other thing that's interesting is there's a semi-square right now between Jupiter and Uranus, and that means dynamic change that can happen suddenly in your life. The square is more powerful, absolutely. You guys, give me a second here. I know, dude, I am not together, but look at that. The square is more powerful in this context, but the semi-square, you're still going to feel like there's something dynamic, and it could be because of all the information that you're taking on, that you're seeing, that you're finally realizing that there is like more than you realized going on. And so it changes your mind about something, or it changes your attitude about something. So anticipate that is going to be what this week is about. And now Uranus tends to rule higher technology and global technology, or innovation in general. And you've got a Jupiter semi-square to that. And it's also opposite Mercury, which rules just the day-to-day intellect, knowing like the things that you know, the people that you talk to, different kinds of just language and communications. It's almost like in some ways there could be, especially since Mercury's been in retrograde, there could be just some like overuse of the internet, like too much information all at once, and none of it really being great information, or just a lot of really big talk and big ideas, but not really able to fully grasp, okay, how do I make these all work? So you could see a breakthrough if you've been challenged in that way. If you've been challenged in, I've got a lot of promises, right? But I haven't been able to figure out how to make anything work. There could be some sort of dynamic change that happens there. So let's get into the cards. Take the lead we have in front of us. So this is about your initiative, and then tend to the small thing. So that answers our question right there, right? This is saying to you that it's got to be your initiative to look at the details, because the details might be overwhelming you, and that would lead to some sort of, like, I don't know, it's almost like dynamic change. What does that mean to you? Like it could be that you're done with something, that you just walk out of the room. It could be, I don't give a fuck. I don't care how it's happening. I just care that it's happening, and I want you guys to be aware of it. Tend to the small things may mean that you have to, it may mean that you have to fix something, since Mercury and Uranus are known to like rule over any kind of technology or engineering things. So could be fixing a car and make a dynamic change. Like, it's almost like saying fix things before they break, because they're starting to add up, and if you don't act on it now, you're not going to like where you end up. That's what it's saying to you. Mouses tend to the small things, because the small things lead up to be big things. When you see one mouse in your house, there's 500 in the wall. You know, it's like what you're just noticing is just scratching the surface. I think you're maybe starting to realize that now, and that all these details and all these things that keep flying at you are because there's a bigger problem. So it's almost like address that bigger problem and dig deep enough to find it. Trust the magic and lay a solid foundation. Trust yourself enough to commit to something. Trust yourself enough to make a decision, which may seem really difficult for you right now, may be very difficult for you right now, since there's so much distraction in the air. But it would behoove you to just decide that you're going to commit to a specific thing, and then make that solid. Beaver spirit, lay a solid foundation could be about a home, where you're living, building a home. Trust in the magic, and trust that the magic isn't going, trust in the Virgo magic. That's what it's saying. Trust in the magic of doing everything, doing something one step at a time, and doing it pedantically and daily. As unexciting as it may seem, it's exactly the medicine that you need in your life right now. And you have to trust in it. You also have to trust that building something, you know, Beaver starts one stick at a time. Doesn't try to move them all at once. A dam isn't built in a day. So it's like, start now, or trust that the little steps that you have made have actually built something that's really strong. And that could be what the cards are saying too, which means this is a really happy message for you guys, saying that anything that you have been working on, slow and steady, you've not given up, you've been really, really loyal and really, really disciplined, you are going to see the breakthrough. You're going to see that you have actually built something extremely solid and extremely permanent. You could see changes to your cravings right now. You could see changes to your preferences right now. Why? Because you've been working on it. This would have been something that you took the initiative on. It wouldn't have been something that came out of the blue. It would have been something that you decided because you saw that something had to be cleaned up, like something wasn't going right. This is Virgo energy. The mouse is Virgo energy, but it's that tedious Virgo energy. It also usually deals with not being healthy, or things in your health that were starting to wear down or build up, like disease, or like, because mice, pestilence and stuff, right? Not to say that you have a disease, but little things that started to, build up that you took initiative on to change. You'll start to see now that you have something really solid. After building step by step pedantically, you'll start to see that you have built something that's actually really solid, and you'll be able to see it now. You'll be able to see the change. Remember, when beavers build a dam, they change the ecosystem of where they are. You know, it's natural. They're not capitalists. They're not doing it for the profit. But it does. It changes the ecosystem around them. And you'll start to see you really have changed the ecosystem around yourself. And from what it seems, you have been working on getting healthier, cleaning up your life, or cleaning up any kind of toxins that were in your life, which could be relationships, it could be your job, your work, anything. It doesn't matter. But there's a sense of really trusting that you have done the right thing. However, I'm going to say this. I have 666 in a row. So that does imply to me that there have been some excesses here. It's an angel number that implies excess, that you've taken indulgences and luxuries too far. 6-6 is when you found somebody who you can share your life with. It's a coupling, it's a uniting, it's a combining, because 6 plus 6 is 12 and 1 plus 2 is 3, so it's actually very holy. But that extra 6 is like you've taken things one step too far. You've gone too far. So that could also imply that there is definitely some toxins and in excess that you have to clean up, or that you're dealing with. This would be some, I don't know if it's inside of you or outside of you, but this would be a situation that has been building for a while, and it's time that you took initiative to do something about it. Maybe you've been thinking about doing something about it for a while, but like, now is definitely the time. Now is definitely the time. I don't know who this might be talking about. I would love to know. Please leave the comments below and let me know who you might be talking about. Somebody who's stuck, being stuck, something that changed all of a sudden not too long ago and really derailed you and made you stuck. That's what it's relating to. I don't know what happened in the recent past or not too long ago, but it really derailed you, and I think maybe set you off. It could have, you know, if you're a reactionary person, believe me, I know what that is. Hello. You know, there's just a sense of something really derailed you, and because of that, you may have realized that you may have gotten into some bad habits, or somebody that you know may have gotten into them, or whatever it was. This is relating to something that happened in the past that kind of derailed you and made you suspicious, made you think only bad things happen, or made you maybe anxious. Maybe anxiety has been building inside of you ever since. So it's almost like a sense of helping yourself heal from that. Okay, let it shine is you have to talk to somebody. Let the pain and suffering out. That's how you grow, and that's how you expand. Peacock is about Pluto energy. It's scorpionic. I'm sorry. It's scorpionic energy, which is rising. It's akin to the phoenix, which means it's almost like you're ready to start talking about something. You're ready to get something off your chest. You're ready to kind of grow. It's almost like if something painful has happened, it may be that you have to say something. You have like, look at his throat. It's open up. Let it shine. Let your talent shine. Let your beauty shine. And it is beautiful, whatever's inside of you. So often our talent is connected to pain that we've gone through or experienced, or how we have dealt with trauma. So it's almost like it's a time for you to let yourself shine. Trust in the great mystery and dive right in. This is 11, 6 plus 5. So let it shine. You're diving into something. You're trusting it, and you're just letting yourself be fully immersed in something. So this really does seem like this is kind of a change. Something has changed deep inside of you, and it's dynamic and it's permanent, and in some ways you finally able to accept it, and accept that there was a reason behind it, and that now is the time to just let yourself fall into this new world since the change. Now, I don't know what this change is. Maybe we can get some information on that. What was this change? What was this detour, or what happened? Why did Sagittarius get stuck? What was going on? that doesn't help me at all. Ace of Pentacles means there is a fantastic opportunity coming. So what is this change is it's actually new. I mean, in other words, this change, what you're experiencing of the change now, not then, but now, this change is actually very positive. It's actually very healthy. That's good news, right? Oh. But then we have defeat. What's that about? It's almost like in some ways you felt like you were offered everything. A lover, something happened to a lover. Something happened to a relationship that you're in or a connection that you were in. Maybe it stopped or all of a sudden it was over. This could also have to do with work. There's been some sort of defeat, or it could represent, I don't understand. I need specifics, God. Who the hell do you mean by this? You have the Ace of Pentacles near the Lovers. It's like you had the perfect relationship, perfect opportunity. Oh, or this could have started when you were with somebody, and if you've broken up with them or you're not with them anymore, it's like you're finally able to let go. You're finally able to let go of what you thought was supposed to happen. Understand, you could translate this into a job you had, anything. How does it pertain to your life? Let me know in the comments below. I absolutely read your comments. I don't always comment back, but I read them. Yeah, this is almost like finally being able to let go of something that seemed too good to be true. This concept that it was too good to be true or something like that. It was true. It wasn't too good to be true. There's something very true about it, but there was a defeat. What kind of a defeat? Can you just clarify the Five of Swords, please? Clarify the Five of Swords. Clarify the Five of Swords. It's like you lost something that meant a lot to you. Clarifying the Five of Swords is the Moon card, which means there's something here that was very emotional. Something that you've held on your heart. Maybe happened around a new moon. That could be a timestamp too. I don't know. It would have been a recent new moon. Kind of like swept you off your feet and made you realize, oh shit. This could even mean something that happened to you that made you not lose something, but something that you witnessed that made you realize how good you have it and how amazing your life is, which brought you back to a sense of gratitude. And now it's almost like because you found that sense of gratitude, you don't want to waste what you have. And so there's inspiration to start improving, self-improvement, life improvement, all of those kind of things. These cards are calling to me. Sagittarius. Aquarius energy. So this is togetherness. It's friendship. It's doing things for others. It's through connection to others. We actually heal ourselves. And it's Libra. So this is Uranus energy. So it's almost like a change for the better. A change toward happiness. A change toward, maybe a change in your community. A change in who your friends are. A change in finally being able to be social again. That's how I'm reading this card. It's like you finally can get out and be social again, especially with people you've known for a long time. But I think this has something to do with you being able to be social again with people that are like-minded to you. People who are interested in painting just like you, or interested in the same, you just have the same interests and you have the same mindset. It's almost like getting out there and being social and being active and being alive and letting yourself just like get back into life again and doing something healthy after. So something is starting to move forward. Interesting how it seems to be coming around the time Mercury has gone direct, right? So it could have been that you were just bombarded with so many feelings based on all these thoughts that were running through your mind and all these things that you had to do and all these communications that were coming in after you, that were coming at you. For whatever reason, something happened. Technology could have failed. The computer system could have been down. Now you have to write everything by hand. Whatever what happened, it's almost like now you're on the other side of that and you can actually start feeling right again and being yourself again. So once again, this is kind of a release. I want to check this Moon card. This could now Libra, well, Mercury is back in Libra. And then we have Virgo energy. You are good enough. There's definitely something that happened that made you realize that you had to find value in yourself without the validation of anybody else. And you may have gone in hermit mode for a while because you needed to. There was some sort of healing process that happened, but ultimately it's like you're coming out on the other side. You're starting to realize, I do deserve happiness. What I really deserve. So whatever had happened to you, this is almost like a catharsis that has taken you full circle where you are happier somehow. Let me get further into this. I want to dive deeper into this moon card. I feel like you guys already know what this is, but let me know in the comments below. I would love for you to share, and I will see you guys in the extended.